Hello there everyone, my name is RK Sonic, but you could also call me Ruben, and wow, can you believe that the first month of the year is already gone? I mean, at this rate, we'll be getting that Sonic news in no time, right guys? Right? Guys, anyone? No? Well, anyways, today we're going to take a break from all the news and all the rumors and all the speculations going on right now with Sonic. I think we've stressed ourselves enough with all these rumors and whatever. It's good to take a break from it and slow down and just change the pace a little bit. So we're going to do that by talking about something that we know is coming, that we know is being worked on this year, and it's also something that we have a long time to wait for until we see it on the big screen. And that, my friends, is the sequel to the Sonic movie. I can't even remember how many times I've already mentioned how successful the first Sonic movie was, and regardless of how slow things were for Sonic after the movie, the whole year was still a success. If anything, it's one of the most successful things to have happened to Sonic in his 30 years of existing. I mean, do you ever stop and think about how lucky that movie was? Because think about it. If that movie was delayed any further than the date they already had planned, it might not even have come out. Sonic the Hedgehog was the last major blockbuster to have come out to theaters before this whole pandemic hit. And to be honest, this movie probably wouldn't have shined if theaters were still open and other movies weren't delayed. Well, let me rephrase. It wouldn't have shined as much, because the movie was still a hit. But regardless of the events that happened leading up to the movie's release, now we're here in 2021 with a second movie on the way next year, and come on, my body is ready. So now I'm going to cut my rambling, and I'm going to talk to you guys about what I want to see in the movie, and discuss some major plot points that I think will be crucial to the movie. I'm going to do my best to talk about everything in an organized manner, because if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'm doing this unscripted. Sorry. So as far as the actual plot goes, I see the movie focusing more on Sonic and how he copes with living in the real world, and having a family who's probably too overprotective of him. In case you forgot how the first movie ends, I'll just quickly tell you. Sonic saves the world, sends Eggman to the mushroom planet, whatever, and right before he thinks he has to go back to living alone, Tom and Maddie, aka Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady, show him his room in the attic, and then the onions start being chopped, and all of a sudden my eyes get hazy, and the movie ends. That's what happens. So now I think the second movie is going to build off of that, with Sonic living among the people of Green Hills, because they all saw him in the last movie, and I'm sure they're all just going to keep it a secret and not tell anyone outside of that town, or else, the government will come rushing in again. And this might lead to some conflict between Sonic and Tom. Tom, who serves as a father figure and a best friend to Sonic, is probably going to be too overprotective of him, considering he's still new to his powers and still learning as the days go by, and if anything else, will start struggling like an actual father would to a child. And then there's Sonic, who I think is going to start acting more like the rebellious, cocky teen that we know him as now. Considering he's never really followed orders, even as a child with Longclaw, I think he'll start acting the same way with Tom. Wanting to venture out, do his own thing, live among the people without any problems in the world. I can see them acting out that famous baseball scene from the first movie, where Sonic's actually part of a team, but can't really compete because of how overpowered he is. And who knows, maybe that will present some sort of conflict within himself. These are all just possible scenarios that can happen in the movie. Like I said again, this is all unscripted and all unorganized, so I apologize. I can see Sonic and Tom getting into another heated argument, having some sort of disagreement, maybe have Sonic run away, or just does something that advances the plot further. At some point, they're going to have to add Tails into the movie, and questions revolving around Sonic and Tails' relationship can open up different paths that can take the movie in different directions. Like if they knew each other growing up, or if this is their first time meeting. Either way, regardless of the backstory that they decide to give Sonic and Tails, I think it's all going to lead back to Tails needing Sonic to come back to his home planet and stop whatever it is that's going on. Perhaps it could be a new threat, or maybe it could be Eggman, I have no idea. But speaking of Eggman, I'm sure we'll all be seeing him with his round tummy and long mustache, bald head, goggles, just like how we saw him in the first movie, just a little bit crazier. And I have no doubt in my mind that Jim Carrey is going to nail the role once again. I also think that this movie will follow the classic Sonic trope which is having Eggman trick Knuckles into working with him, making him seem like the good guy, making Sonic seem like the bad guy, and building some sort of connection off of that. Basically using him like how he always does. And if you also recall in the first movie, Eggman had one of Sonic's spines with him still that he used to power up his machine or whatever, and I think he'll use that to make Metal Sonic. Yeah, I think we'll see Metal Sonic in the movie. I mean, look, if they're gonna go as far as to add Knuckles and Tails into the second movie, I don't see why not. But as far as new characters go, I don't think that anyone else besides Knuckles, Tails, and Metal Sonic, because anyone else past that is just fan service at that point. I don't think Amy or Shadow have a purpose, or would have a purpose if they were in that movie. If this sequel somehow outperforms the first and does better in the box office, I can see them doing a third, and if they do a third, then yes, they can add those characters, but as for right now, I think that's enough, and doing more than that is just too much. But when it comes to other ideas and possibilities that we can see in the movie, I can also see things like Sonic and Knuckles fighting, or more of Sonic's home world. I do see Sonic returning to his home world and maybe having a conflict in the end of whether he should stay or whether he should go back to Tom and Maddie and stay with them. That's just something that I personally see happening, but who knows, it can go somewhere completely different. If they really wanted to put the cherry on top, I think they'll include the Chaos Emerald somehow, because if I'm not mistaken, I think they wanted to use them in the first movie, but it just didn't fit. So if they do decide to do that, having a Supersonic fight at the end would be really cool. Oh, and one more thing. If I don't hear a single Crush 40 song in the movie, I'm going to lose my shit. But anyways, I don't think my brain has any more ideas to talk about on the spot, so I think it's safe to say I'll end this video off here. Guys, if you're watching this, and it means the world to me, it really does, thank you for taking time out of your day to stop by and hang out with me. If you have any predictions that you want to see in the Sonic movie, feel free to comment below. And if you like what you heard, don't hesitate at all to like and subscribe. I'm also going to leave my social accounts down below in case you want to follow my personal life. But that's about it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys very soon. This is RK Sonic, signing off. Thank you so much, and have a great night. Oh, and enjoy the outro.